What's going on? In this video, I'm going to be giving you a quick trading recap of my day today. Today is July 14th. I'm going to be talking about what I did wrong, what I did right, some of the trades that I took. Really, I'm only trading two stocks. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So like I said, today is July 14th. I'm actually stopping trading at 12 p.m. right now because one of my rules here is to only trade between 9:30 a.m. and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my list of rules I really need to follow because I am sucking when it comes to the self-discipline and following my rules. I'm constantly breaking them, so I had to print them out, put them on the wall right there, and every single morning before I start trading, I read through them multiple times to remind myself to follow these rules because these rules are there to protect me and my downside risk. So today was a pretty small day. Usually my daily goal for profits is $500, and today it's like I made $12, if you can see right here, like $11.99. It was bad. Yesterday was a really bad day. I lost about 630 bucks, which is frustrating because I broke multiple rules, and I just started getting pissed off, and I broke multiple of my rules, and so that's why I have to reinforce my rules. And I'm trying to get better at this. I'm trying to make this a solid side hustle, a solid additional stream of income. But again, that's why I cut my trading from 9:30 to 12. I'm not trying to make this my full-time focus. I have another business to run, which is a marketing agency. So anyway, let me go ahead and jump into the trades that I took today and what my thought was going into the day. Okay, so as you guys know, the virus cases are like still hitting record highs. Some places are closing down and going back into closures. Texas, I think, is now closing down some different places, and then other places are opening up. So I'm here in Florida. Disney is like, I don't know, 45 minutes away, and they're opening back up where other businesses around here in Florida are closing down. So you would think that the market is due to just really come down. Bank earnings came out today, and they were actually better than expectations, but for some reason the market didn't really care so much. I mean, the market came down really quick, rallied, and now it looks like it's going to be pulling back. So anyway, yesterday, as you can see here, this is the 1 minute chart, by the way. This is the 5 minute chart. This is a 30-minute chart, and this is the daily chart of the SPY, the S&P 500. Down here, this is UVXY and SPXL. These are the two stocks, pretty much the only two stocks that I really trade. The UVXY makes money, it's a short, so as the market goes down, UVXY goes up. SPXL is basically, it's like when the market goes down, SPXL goes down. So I only really bounce back and forth from those two, and as you can see, they're just right there next to each other. So yesterday, the market tanked off from 322, just tanked in the second half of the day, came all the way down to like 314. And then pre-market, it was pushing up. And I really do think that I thought at least we were going to have a sizable bounce today. I even thought going into the close, we would have a nice bounce, but we didn't get that. In the pre-market, it started to push up. I think it got to like 316s-ish. On the good news of the banks, and then when the market opened, it pretty much came all the way down. Let's see, it came down to about this 313 level, pushed up, came back down, pushed up, and then sold off until 312. So the market is just not bullish. I mean, it seems like it's trying to be bullish, but there's so much bad news, and we're about to jump into earnings season, so there's going to be a lot of bad news from earnings potentially. I mean, expectations are probably going to be here, and I think we may exceed expectations with a lot of these companies, but honestly, they're still like garbage earnings. So I do expect the market to pull back. It really is crazy that we're even still up in the 315s with the horrible economy that's going on, and nobody's making money, and the companies aren't making money, and businesses are closing, and it's crazy. Anyway, so what happened so what I like to do is I like to just watch the market for the first 5 to 10 minutes and just kind of see what the trend is. And my number rule here is just follow the trend. The trend is your friend, because so many times I'm always looking for a reversal. I'm always thinking that the trend is up, and then I'm trying to get short thinking that it's going to pull back down. Well, really, I just need to be following the trend. If the trend is up, join the trend and just expect it to continue. So that is a rule that I really try to follow. Now when we were coming in from pre-market, Again, this is the 1 minute chart right here. So this is the whole day right here. We're coming into pre-market. It's slowly trending up, and then basically right before we open, it just tanks and starts falling down, does a little bit of a bounce, and then just keeps coming down right before open. Then when it opens, it actually pushes back up, bouncing around these different levels right here. So I have a support and resistance line at 316, 315, 314, and then down here at 312. So if we just zoom in on these levels, once it opened right around here, pushes up with some serious muscle, so sells off really quick. Now I was getting long into these little dips because I do expect, like I said, I expected a bounce day to happen. But when I really started to see it kind of failing at certain levels that I was surprised that it was failing, I started then shorting it a little bit, and didn't capture as much as I really should have. It sold off right here, came all the way down to 312, and I was looking for this to hold because this is a trend line right here, and this is support at 312. If I show you on this chart right here, the trend line goes way, this is a 30-minute chart, by the way. So this is the trend line off of the high. You know, you can draw a trend line from there, and then from the other high that we had with that island top reversal, and then it comes all the way down to, wait, where is this trend line? Sorry, no, this is the trend line right here. So it's this island top down through this, through there. And so this trend line actually held, as you can see right there. So it bounced up. I got long on that trend. And really, I don't trust the market that much at all right now because it's just so back and forth. These candles are gigantic. It's making some massive moves in a very short period of time. And so at any minute, some horrible news can come out or some good news can come out. And overall, I'm trying to be more long bias, but I'm basically taking profits really quickly. I'm scalping, which is not bad. I wish that I would be more patient and let it run a little bit longer, but to be honest, I'm scalping, and it's not a good habit, and I'm working on getting better at this. So rule number 2 for me is be patient. Rule number 3 is a tricky one, is always have a trading plan, have an ideal entry and an ideal exit. So that's one thing I'm definitely suffering with, is before I click on that buy button right here, I need to already have my stop loss in place. So knowing, okay, if I'm gonna buy it off this trend line, I'm risking on the trend line, I'm risking below the trend line, because what I've been noticing is that stocks are pushing past support and resistance lines. They're not just coming down before it, they're actually pushing way past it. So you need to expect that stocks are going to be pushing up past resistance and then failing and coming back down. Or they're going to be pushing down through support and then like down through sizably amount through support, and you think that maybe support failed, but then it actually works. So anyway, I got long into this, got a nice little bounce, and basically bouncing back and forth from UVXY and SPXL. And so it started to push up. So then when it started to push up, I'm thinking that, okay, we're in an uptrend now. So I start to be more biased to SPXL, but then right here happens where we get up into this level, and this is a prime example of what I just said, where it pushed up above resistance. You think that it's good. It was up there for a couple minutes and then just gets slammed back down and quickly made its way back down to the lower support level. And then within the next couple minutes, it literally pushes right back up to that main resistance point, then gets slammed back down. So it's just ping-ponging, just back and forth, pinball action, you know, bouncing up and down, and then push right back up. So all this happened within like 10 minutes, 2 5-minute candles. It just boom, 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 boom. So I mean, if you were smart, you could have made some money. I don't know, maybe I made a little money. I really don't remember. But after going through some of this consolidation, which is rule number 5, so following the trend, when there's no trend, there's no trade. So consolidation, I hate consolidation a ton. And so I'm trying to just stay out of it. But right here, it started to try and push up, and it was just, this whole area was just very choppy, because like it looks like it's gonna break back out, but then it fails, but then it goes back up and tests it again. And then here, I'll zoom in on it right there. So it pushes it, tests it again, fails, tests it again, fails, tests it again. So it's just bouncing up and down right here. Washes down, comes down, and you start to think that, okay, we're bouncing off there and we're gonna come back down. Nope, pushes back up with strength, pushes right up through it. I missed out on that trade because I literally was shorting it thinking that it was gonna come back down. Anyway, it has been a whipsaw type of day and annoying, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad that I came out with just that $12 profit because I could have definitely been in the red today. Obviously, I want to make up the gains from yesterday's $600 loss, but I got to be patient. I got to stick to my rules. I got to take smaller positions. I got to get back my confidence with taking trades, and I need to be patient as far as letting it come down to that ideal entry place, like at support, and then being patient in letting it actually push up enough, giving it enough time to actually go to my ideal exit. So this whole video, I mean, I want to just be able to like express my thoughts, and if you guys are feeling the same thing, I mean, it's nice to at least know that somebody else is out there. Leave a comment below if you are experiencing the same stuff. Hit that thumbs up button if this same stuff that I'm thinking is in your head as well. You know, the whole patience thing. By the way, rule number 4 is don't add to losing positions. I'm constantly doing that and averaging down, and I don't want to be doing that. So really, it's just have an ideal exit. Or have a stop loss basically, and act on that stop loss. Okay, so that is, those are my rules. I mean, I got a couple more here and I'll be talking about them later, but yeah, I mean, today was not the greatest day. I'm still trying to practice. I'm still trying to get better at this thing, still trying to learn. These markets are just crazy. If we look at this 30-minute chart, you know, we're getting a little bit of a bounce, but it's definitely not the kind of bounce that I would have expected. I mean, look how fast it fell, 322 all the way down, still continued to fall down even into the opening hour basically of the next day, which I would not have expected. And then we're getting a very slow and just grinding bounce. And then I really do believe later today, it's going to just wash out and we're going to get another panic sell. We're going into earnings season right now, and it's gonna be craziness. I do think that the market's gonna come back down to that 300 level when some of these earnings start to come out. But who knows? I mean, this thing is everywhere. It's so freaking hard to predict the market right now. Bad news could come out about the virus. Bad news could come out about earnings. Good news could come out about the virus. Good news could come about their earnings. Like, our expectations are this low, and then if they're even above it, then things are gonna spike. The tech stocks, you know, Amazon, Apple, Google, all those, they're way overbought right now, and so they're definitely due for a pullback. So if their earnings are not as great as everybody expects they should be, we're going to definitely see the entire market come down, because those tech stocks have been the ones that have been lifting up this entire market. So I don't know. I'm trying to just be conservative because I see that there's so much volatility going on, and there's so much unexpected stuff around the corner with earnings, with the virus, and with all this stuff happening. So again, this is just a part-time hustle. 12 bucks ain't anything that's going to pay anything. It's really just practice for me. And I got to just limit my time in this trading activity until it can start paying the bills. Because right now I think I'm up for 2020. I'm up about 8,500 bucks. So I mean, I'm trying to just, you know, make this a second hustle. You know, I do like it. It's really fun. So just learning, speaking out loud. If you're with me, if you're learning this stuff, and if you're trying to navigate these markets, comment down below, hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's recap, if I make one. All right, see ya.